Hey guys, Vazzy back here, and it is finally time for update 6 of my NHL 24 custom roster here. And in today's video, we're just going to be going over everything that you can expect to see in it. Like normal, if you are seeing this video, the roster is available for download on Xbox Series X or S consoles. I gotta say, it's crazy that we're already on update 6. Time is just flying by here at NHL 24. I actually compared where we were last year, and last year we were on update 7, so we're actually a little bit behind, which is actually interesting. But with that all being said, let's get into what you can expect in update 6. Starting things off today with the introduction of the PWHL. So really, this is the big focus here for update 6 of my NHL 24 custom roster, is the fact that we are introducing all 6 of the PWHL teams into NHL 24. So obviously this took quite a bit of work here, as every player had to be recreated, as for whatever reason EA doesn't let us actually move the women's players that are already in the game, which is really unfortunate. It is what it is. But yeah, if you're doing the math on that here quickly, that's 6 teams with, let's just say, 25 players. That's at least 150 created players here that are coming into the recent roster update here, and have been assigned to all these 6 teams. And basically what I did was, if they're already in NHL 24 in some regard, I basically just gave them all the same overall and the same X factors that EA gave them, whatever that would be. So like a person like Marie-Philippe Poulin, she has the exact same overall and X factors that EA has assigned to her. But overall, this was something I wasn't even really planning on doing. This is something that just kind of came up over the last couple weeks. I slowly been grinding out all these teams, just doing a little bit here and there, and eventually it all came together and I was like, hey, this is really cool. The PWHL has really been picking up steam, so I wanted to bring all these teams for you guys to use them however you want. A good way of doing it is in the custom leagues, just doing a 6-team league and adding in all of the PWHL teams that I have created. Up next is the adjustments made to all the created players in-game. This again is something that took a crazy amount of time, but I think in the end of the day it will be worth it. And that is thanks to a friend of the channel, Tugi. A lot of you guys obviously probably know him already. Definitely check out his channel if you haven't. But in the roster editing process, he's been doing this for quite a long time now and has a lot of good tips and stuff that he's been passing on to me. And one of those was changing all the draft years of the players and setting them basically as late as possible. Basically, this just allows the AI GMs to hold on to that player for a longer amount of time, and we know that obviously in this game the AI does do a lot of stupid decisions, and they'll have really good prospects and they'll just run out of contract spaces and just end up releasing them to free agency. So this basically just gives the teams the ability to hold on to these players longer, so they basically won't be dropped as early in franchise mode. But yeah, again, this took a decent amount of time for sure, going through all the created players. And I do actually just want to note that I only did it for guys that have been drafted and aren't signed to teams. Basically, if they already have a contract, it's not going to affect anything, and obviously players coming up in the draft, it's not going to affect anything because they already haven't been drafted. And the last thing we're looking at today is just continued roster adjustments and all the updated transactions. I gotta say, when I was going over everything and looking at when I kind of wanted to release the roster, I originally actually had plans to do it last Friday and not doing it on January 12th. I believe it's January 5th. I basically had everything all ready to go for the most part, and I was going to release it then originally, but I am very glad that I didn't, because there's been some pretty important transactions and stuff that have gone through over the past couple days. Obviously, as you can see on screen, William Nylander finally did sign his massive extension, so that was something that I was able to get into this update. But also the Jamie Drysdale and the Cutter Gauthier trade that has gone down just a couple of days here as of recording this, and is something that, yeah, I'm very happy that will actually be in this update. I also looked at all the junior teams. I know a lot of their trade deadlines and stuff, at least for overage players, had been coming up, so something that I went through. I hadn't done it at all this year, all the Junior League transactions, and I did my best of my ability to put through all of those from the past couple of months even here, so that should be all up to date now as well. But also you're just kind of going through the NHL and the AHL ratings, as we really are basically halfway through the season now, which is crazy to say as well. But yeah, just kind of going through and doing my halfway ratings review and all that stuff, as well as just taking a lot of the feedback that you guys have given me on the previous update and updates and all that stuff, and kind of trying to merge what I think made sense, and just, yeah, going through all of that as well. But yeah, that is basically what you can expect here in Update 6. Definitely make sure if you're on Xbox Series X or S, go and check it out, give it a download for sure. But that is going to do it for today's video. I will see you all in the next one.